As debates over masks and vaccines mark the beginning of a new school year, one Minnesota family is opening up about their heartbreaking loss from the pandemic.
6-year-old Weekday died this past spring from COVID-19 complications. The Minnesota Department of Health says she is one of 3 children under the age of 19 to lose their life to the virus. WCCO's Liz Collin traveled to Marshall, where the girl's family has struggled with questions and grief for months.
It crushed my heart about that moment.
With the help of an interpreter, he, Lars, his wife Mumu, and little Michael shared their loss.
So when that happened, it was so painful to go through.
The love of a child, a language easy to understand. Weekday had barely a month left of first grade, where they wore masks all year at Parkside Elementary in Marshall, where she adored drawing and dancing.
When she come home, she liked to talk about those things.
And when Day spiked a fever at the end of April. Her mom says after she didn't get better for a few days, she called 911.
She walked by herself to the ambulance.
But she says her daughter was checked out by a doctor and sent home.
The Friday afternoon, maybe Friday night, she went again to the emergency, but she walked by herself.
That's when Day was transferred to a hospital 90 minutes away in Sioux Falls.
The doctor over there said that she's gonna be okay. She's, will be awake. She's gonna be fine at that moment.
Sadly, she wasn't. She died 2 days later. COVID precautions kept them apart.
It was really sad because the child go to the hospital without parent. That was a really sad thing to him because he did not see the last moment, last breath of her daughter.
The family immigrated from a refugee camp in Thailand to Minnesota 5 years ago, never imagining a global pandemic would bring such pain to their new start. Believing a language barrier and lack of hospital interpreters made their daughter's final days even more difficult.
If they send our daughter in the hospital, they need to let them with the parent. That's what they want to say about it.
In Marshall, Liz Collin, WCCO 4 News.
Day had no underlying health conditions. Neither hospital involved in her care would comment, citing privacy laws. Despite their loss, the Day family still believes parents should feel okay sending their kids to school this fall.